Hello students, today we are going to learn Fiction 3 of Class 9 CBSE syllabus, A Man Who Knew Too Much by Alexander Barron. Now let us know something about our author Alexander Barron. Alexander was born on 4 December 1917. He died on 6 December 1999. Some of the major contributions of Alexander are From the City, From the Blog and his London novel The Low Life. Now let us know about the main protagonist of the story, Private Quelch. He is a young man under army training in Africa, Corporal Turnbull. He was a senior army officer during the training. The narrator, he is another young man under the army training. An instructor, his sergeant who gave a lecture on the use of rifle. This fiction is about Private Quelch. And why this story is interesting? Since Private Quelch was a very intelligent, very competitive, very ambitious man. But even though he is being relegated to a lower position, this is what we have to find in the story, and this makes the story very interesting. So, this is Private Quelch. He is a man under training. His name is Quelch, and he is called Private Quelch because private here refers to a man without a band, without a position. So, he is a serious looking, lanky and stooping man. Lanky means thin and tall, stooping means unbanded, means banded and unerected. So, he is in a habit of showing off his knowledge, because of which he is an object of fun and sarcasm, and he is termed as professor. He wanted quick promotion. He is very competitive, he is very ambitious, but he always tried to appear exceptional before his seniors. This is true that he is very talented and he is very skillful. Two of the instances from the stories are, once after a long march, after a tiring 30 miles walk, he asked his colleagues, he asked his batchmates about singing a song when everybody else was tired. Second instant was when he heard the plane flying high. Even without having a glance at the plane, he could name it. He said, of course, it is a North American Harvard trainer. In fact, none of his batchmates could even see that flying high aeroplane because of the sun rays, but he was the one to name it all of a sudden. During the musketry classes, musketry means an art of using the infantry soldier's handgun. During his musketry classes, he used to interrupt his instructor. Instructor was telling about the muzzle velocity. The velocity with which a bullet leaves the rifle is 2000 feet per second. But professor interrupted the instructor and said it is 2440 feet per second. Not only this, he used to read a lot of things. He used to read at night and ask many questions to the instructors, interrupting them every day. And if somebody, his batchmate or the sergeant asked how he know about it, or if he had any kind of training before, his standard answer was, it's all a matter of intelligent reading. This is Corporal Turnbull. He was a senior officer. He was a young and tough instructor. He was hero of soldiers. While he was teaching about the grenade, he was telling that the outside of the grenade is segmented, is divided into the different fragments. When he used the word several fragments, at that moment, professor interrupted the corporal and said that it is 44 fragments. This is how Corporal Turnbull got offended, and he punished him. He punished him the most shameful job, and the job of a permanent cookhouse in charge duty. Is this the end of the story? No. Who could stop a man who knows too much? He shows off his knowledge. He started exhibiting his knowledge even within the four walls of the kitchen. Moral of the story. This tells us that, this lesson teaches us that there is a need of humility and moderation in our words and deeds, however intelligent we are. His own arrogance led to the downfall of Mr. Professor, and thus we should never be pompous and snobbish. I hope the fiction is clear to you.